Oh, there we go. I think we're in there. Now, over the next 30 days, I'm going to try my best to vlog and share with you guys the things that goes on from night to finish, behind the scenes stuff. What you'll see is we'll be at the gym here shortly. It's about 5:04. It's backwards on this thing, but it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I've been up since 4:30. And there are 3 major businesses we're going to build over the next 3 to 5 years, and we're going to sustain them for at least 10, and then we'll probably sell them at 15 so that life could be good. And if they do work well, we might sell a couple of them at year 6 just so we can invest and create more magic. We hopefully will be in a new place here soon, and in the new place we'll be creating a ton of magic for you guys, be it working on the whiskey brand, definitely dealing with the dogs, probably got a litter coming soon, and of course I'm gonna bring more exercise, education, and just fun, super behind the scenes stuff of all the workout things and all the fun that we have that you don't get to see. So stay tuned, people. We got Ego down here. Let me see if y'all can see. He just got out the bed. Tron's over there on the couch. And Cha-Cha's in the cage. Cha-Cha is what you call a pee-pee pot. Hold on. She's what you call a pee-pee pot, so you can't let her out because she'll sleep at your feet, do a good job, but then turn around, poop, and then come lay back at your feet. You never heard her bust a turd. But at anywho, today's what's taking place. Going to the gym at 7 or 8. My bad. Yeah, 8 o'clock. Jamarcus will be here probably about 7:30. We'll turn around, go to the whiskey blendery. I'm going to get my hair cut with Manny, and then we'll get to it. I'll just walk you through the day, people. The shot was a little light breakfast I had. Avocado speaks to the DNA. It's one of those foods that helps, basically, brown fat. And then salmon, just a little too salty. I don't be eating mad salt. And then, of course, 2 poached eggs. And those things were slapping. It's a little bit of an energy boost. The only thing I'm missing, I should have had a little like smoothie or something with some orange or beets. So food for thought there. We go to Cowboys Fit. So I'm about to get in here, get about 300-400 reps done, and then back to business. I've been up since, 5, 4, something like that.
Man, trying to kill me already? First, it's warm up?
Literally the warm up.
Man.
You got better best here, people. I told you I'm gonna vlog for the next 30 days, see what it does.
Come on, man. I don't want to start talking shit because I'm already exhausted. Trying to kick my ass on the first warm up.
It happens. It was happening already.
Is it still recording? Alright, so now we're gonna get into the circuit, man. So slow down if I was you, just a tad.
What's that?
So we're gonna slow down just a tad. That right there, basically just light.
Rack pulls?
Yeah.
How you doing?
What's wrong with you?
Huh? I value my lower back.
You gotta do them right. I'm gonna show them how to do them right. Bit over rows here, or keyboard rows.
Yeah.
And then we'll show you round row.
What the fuck is a rounded row?
Round.
I'm watching, I'm paying attention. I see you said it twice like I was supposed to know. Ground rows, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It ain't hard. Now here's right about this, people. Every deadlifter will tell you never, ever. Deadlift's probably the worst thing for your back if you don't know how you do it right. But if you use your back, then you're at risk. Your hips are an extension of your lower back and everything else. So when you do these, you always pull. A lot of people pull right here, right? You literally are here. I heard it pops. That's it. There's no back involved. In my opinion, rack pulls are way safer because you're not pulling from the ground and we're not competing. It's 185, man. We got nothing to prove. Sometimes we do lighter weight, but this is the slow part of the workout. And then we'll get in and hit 2 machines and finish with biceps. But by the time you get done with this one, 50 reps apiece, you'll be like, look, I'm good. And I still just be like, we almost there.
How many you do?
About to do 10. Yeah, I just did 4.
I'm sure I look good naked, man.
This is the key.
You know? Look good naked and live forever.
Well, this will definitely do that. Ooh.
All right. You want me next? Okay. Fine. Delay it for your boy, cause
both. Yeah, alternate here. He got less to travel.
He does. It's very fortunate of him.
He ain't got nothing but a knee. Hey, look, he ain't got nothing but a kneecap, y'all.
Don't worry about the schematics, all right? I'm pulling out.
Hey, look, you got wins and wins.
I hit my kneecap 3 times. I got some skin missing already.
Are you going wider? You seated? Are you in hard?
Yeah, you're coming right out. Just like how you bring your arm forward. Boom.
Not really. I don't really do arms like that. Just do triceps recently.
Make him 70% arm, I get 70% arm.
And even still, I don't do a lot of triceps, clearly. Like 1 time a week. Because you get so much other, like with your compound, you know? Oh yeah. You get so much arm action. And if I do them, I never do them on chest day. Or on back day. Whatever. Because you're already working them. So I want to get like fresh workout on chest day.
That's when you finish them. The secondary muscle not big.
Usually I'll do back and tries, and then chest and buys. So I have 2 fresh muscles. Yeah. It's worked for me.
Hey, look, it all works, man. I love that there's not an exact way to skin a cat.
No, there's not. There's not.
Moving your muscle bone, if you add resistance, benefits you can. That's the deal.
Just 5, right?
Okay.
Well, 10 total.
Yeah.
5 each arm. Okay. We should do a core workout after this.
Yeah, we can. I just start doing core again. I did some actually before I started today. I'm like Kai Green when you do all the stuff he hates before. and sometimes we'll do 300 reps.
I agree.
So
Okay,
we'll do tricep pull-ups. We'll do triceps pullovers, curls, and then shoulders before we start any workout for 7 days straight, just to keep these things tightened up, because I hate doing secondary muscles just like you. But we'll go, hey, this week, 300 before every workout. And we're like, I ain't doing shoulders today. But that'll be the next. Because like you said, when you're doing, as much as I be doing on bench and back, and you got genetics, it's God's gift to earth and curse at the same time, because I ain't never worked out to get big. It's just the way it is.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Apologies.
That's good, man.
What you want to do?
Yeah.
Like how intense you want to go?
Hey, I'm just trying to keep it light, man. Light's light.
Okay.
It's the only thing I do a light of.
Okay. So then, there are a bunch of hopefully big ones. 20-pound for Jim.
Good.
Where's the at?
He's over there finishing.
Tapping out? Better not. There's one missing. You can hold it, shoulders off the ground. I'll show you.
Yeah, let's see.
So here.
Okay. Every time I leave the gym, I ask myself, was it really worth it? Hell no. So right now, I'm leaving the barber. I'm halfway across town. Where I've got to go is a good distance. I'm talking a good distance. Go do some whiskey content. One of the things you're going to be in this life is tired. What you won't get twice in this life is another opportunity to be better. A lot of times you don't get a second chance, right, to make a first impression. So same thing, you're like, hey, you don't get to complain about being great. Just got to stay moving. So, as you see, about to get to it. Stay tuned, because I'm going to get them tasting some unique cognac. Some good old yak. Whiskey blendery. That's where I learned how to do all the whiskey stuff. And one of the things I could tell you is that it's hard doing this vlog thing. Day in and day out. And yeah, I'm gonna start taking this everywhere we go so I can record all the reactions and all that bullshit you be on.
Excuse me. Tell you what, I'm gonna have to smash that like Tim smashed that spider out there, right under his boot.
Definitely get that dry red wine. It's good, man. Raisins, red wine.
Are you ready? Let's walk into what we call whiskey heaven over here. This thing, man, I'm testing this lights ability. Lights, camera, action.
Yeah. Cap or no cap?
What? I like it. You mean that cap and no cap in a different way. Yeah, because you probably have an idea of what they're gonna try for it. It's for Andy and I.
Go ahead, man.
What's he doing?
He trying to taste one of them castrated
Oh
fruits.
yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah,
the
man.
nose on it's phenomenal, man.
Yep.
He's selling me you on you.
Yep. Yeah. Isn't it like just super sweet and like.
It really is. You can get that on
The
the
nose
up
is
front.
so off profile from what it is and what it tastes like, and yeah, it makes it pretty awesome. I love unique stuff, and that one's like just wild.
One thing I think I love about learning about whiskey, especially whiskey here, is that I've never smelled whiskey like this before, where it's just like there's actually a nose where you can find notes.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like you can do it's very prominent in wine, but like you turn around and you start drinking stuff that's like mass produced, it's a lot different, man. It's like it's stale.
And it's cool because a lot of our stuff evolves in the glass, like over time. So if you just let it breathe for 10 minutes, man, you might get something totally different, and yeah, that might be the sweet spot. So then we'll do our best to let it breathe, but it's a lot different letting it breathe, whatever that is, 10 milliliters, letting that breathe is super easy. Like give it 10 minutes in this.
Yeah.
If you take half a barrel of something, how do you let that breathe at an equal scale?
Interesting.
So then it's tough. So
Is there a way to do that?
probably.
I was just curious. I was like, what? This is a breathing process. Let's
Yeah,
just open up and then bottle
Yeah, I
it.
don't know. Some people leave the barrels open, let them breathe. But if you think about it, only the
stuff on top.
only the stuff at the top. Which is that better than nothing? Maybe. You're also letting it evaporate. I've seen some people they'll hook up their tank to it and throw like a stainless rod in, and it's last year's Battle of the Blends. So I remember one of them being very good. We used the best one last year, and I just had Tony pull these samples. We've got this one is already out because the yield is only at 30% in the barrel. So I'll try it. Hopefully it's good and we can do something with it. But these two, hopefully we'll decide if one of those barrels are going to go to the Battle of the Blends. Because the yield is only 30% of that barrel.
You'll have to blend it with something else.
Yes, but I don't want people to say, hey, that's going to be 40% of my blend, and then now I can't make enough for everybody to compete in it. So that one's out. Both of these have at least 60% yield in the barrel.
And how many bottles do people get out of? I mean,
It's different for every barrel. So obviously every year the yield goes down depending on the climate. Sometimes it goes up, but in Texas it goes down. And in this warehouse it freaking plummets like a
already
plane
100
crash.
degrees in Texas, and we haven't started.
We haven't even started summer yet. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. So
and these. So you're using barrels that they already used.
no, because the one barrel that we used is gone. So these are the three remaining. So even on these, which the color looks great on all of them,
And they glow.
but I've only got 60% yield on those, and that's kind of my threshold for the Battle of the Blends, that I need at least 60% of every barrel that's going in, just in case a monopoly happens and everybody chooses this barrel in their blend. So
Stay
so
tuned.
so let's try these three and see. And I'm gonna try that just because he about killed himself to pull it. So we might as well.
Yay
drink
for
it.
Tony. Look, you got to clap 2 times for Tony, man. That man been up there getting active.
Yeah.
Let's go, man. We're start next. Boom. So look, go ahead and give him some perspective on what does that say?
Yeah.
61.
No, that's
16.
that's probably a 10.
Ah.
Yeah, it's upside down and backwards and flip flopped. So
11, 12.
I'll try these at cast strength.
Okay.
And we're gonna.
Do you proof anything down for the Battle of the Blitz?
Nope. Everything that goes into the competition, the single barrels will be at cast strength.
Okay.
And it could be a big mix. It could be under 110, or it could be over 130. Whatever it falls at is what they're going to be at, and we'll proof these afterwards. I'm just going to try them to get I try not to get any variables other than like, hey, this is this barrel, this that barrel. So So I want to try
So
them.
you didn't even read the label to see what the
No, I know what the mash bill is.
Okay, I just want to make. How mysterious is this process?
Yeah, I'm intentionally picking barrels of specific mash bills because we're gonna have 5 unique mash bills. This is a very unique mash bill. I only have 4 barrels of this. We used one last year. That's probably too much information. So maybe I didn't use one.
Hey,
And
who knows?
maybe these will get booted because I've got a couple alternatives to a mash bill. So I don't know if these are going to be used. Ooh, that one might get used. That one's good. That one's good.
You know, now that I've enjoyed sniffing whiskey, you go.
That one's a little more faint, but it's kind of crazy. Like you can almost tell that's going to be a good whiskey just by nosing it.
Yeah. Yeah. What is in this?
It's a little.
It smells like
it's
a tree or something.
What kind of tree?
I don't know, man. Probably an oak tree.
Oh, that's probably a good guess. Like a white oak tree.
A white oak tree.
You are dialed in, bro. You know your stuff.
Oh man, this is getting good, people. This look the
Oh,
snap.
wow.
Was that good?
Hell yeah, that's good. All right.
So probably getting utilized.
Yep. Unless this one's better. But then when I say better, so here's how much time we put into this. So initially, I might pick the best barrel. I'll keep this as an alternative. And then once I have all the 5 barrels, now I'm blending with those barrels. And if that doesn't blend well with the other 4, then I might pull it and pick the sister barrel. So even though that might be a better single barrel, this one might be better in the blends with the other barrels. So that's how much time we're putting into this.
To make sure you give them a fair chance.
Well, I mean, I'm giving them a fair chance because all the variables are the same for everybody. So that makes it fair. But I want people to create this like exceptional whiskey, this world-class whiskey. I want them to be able to create, and if I would just randomly select these barrels, or I know I can't sell these, so let me donate these to charity. Like that's not how I roll. So I want to pick the best stuff. The best stuff that I have is going towards it. People that have been a part of the blendery for a while know that the charity barrels get the best barrels, and I want to make this a really standout blend that people find during the hour that they're here. So if they find it, and it might be slightly different than what I'm blending, but I want to make sure that there's not one barrel that overtakes the whole thing to where then they have to either waste a bunch of time or they have to rule that barrel out. So that's what we're doing here, but it's this one's very good. And I hope this one's not as good because
hey, see, hey.
that's pretty good.
He was ducking.
That was good. Were you recording that?
I wasn't, man. I gotta go. Look, I just cut off.
He hit record and then I stopped ducking.
But look, I told them one of my rules this next month is to do 30 days of blending. I still following it.
Oh, so it locks onto my face?
Yeah, it's locked.
So it doesn't recognize your face?
No, it's not supposed to. It makes red. So once it locks on, it's like, yo, that's where I'm supposed to be. So that's the beauty about, think about it like this.
That's pretty
We're in
cool.
the same shot. It's like, okay, I see both people, but that's the guy I'm supposed to stay focused on.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Hey, look, people, that Osmo.
Hey, that's kind of like your dog training.
Oh,
like
man, when they
whoever
lock
is supposed
on.
to give the command, like the dog's supposed to listen to that person and whatever else is going on.
Yeah,
look
no,
at that.
it's a
I'm
wrap.
making dog analogies now.
It's a wrap, man. They already know. Ego and Toronto like lions on a pillow, man. They're
They
like
really
this.
are, bro. That's like if we're both around, they'll only listen to him. It's annoying. They don't do anything I say.
He spends a lot of time
like,
with
but what if so like our GSP is trained to where whoever touches her last is in command.
Oh, dang. That's interesting.
Now,
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I haven't
Really?
either.
Oh.
That's very
I've
interesting.
never heard of that.
Yeah. So
I
I
understand about that
can
too.
pass her off to a complete stranger,
Oh, snap.
and then that stranger can say heal, and she'll heal, and then now she's in command with that person that last touched her last.
Really?
Snap.
So in order for me to take control, I could probably take control because she knows me. but she is supposed to stay in command with whoever touched her last. So then I'm supposed to touch her and say break, and then she comes to me, and then she only listens to me.
That is now that's I just listen. People, part of me saying I'm a vlog for the next 30 days.
Hey, the camera is on me, bro.
I know, but that's what they can still hear me. The mics.
I touched it last.
is these kind of moments where you don't see behind the scenes where we're recording, talking dog, talking life, doing various things, and look, even putting this Osmo to test. But this is the prime reason I'm like, yo, I got to do this, man. I just gotta do it. I'm not done it. We've got a community of people like, hey, what do you guys do all day? Everything. It started at 4 this morning. You 2-hour workout, blender read dogs, your market. You go, okay. And I might hand this off to him. So I was like, yo, you got to go do this. I don't need it. Get a couple of the shots, and we'll post it up. But at any hoot, let's get this recorded this last, probably a couple more. So one of the things that I noticed as we've done videos on basically the cup and how everything should smell.
Glass, bro.
Oh yeah, the glass. That's a whole other thing. So how fast does the whiskey change in a glass like this? Especially since it came right out of the barrel.
Man, I hate answering every question. It depends on the whiskey, but it depends on the whiskey. You get some, you pour some stuff in the glass, and it's the same.
Flat lines. That's it.
Yeah, within reason. But you pour some stuff, and it's like, man, it totally changes. Like some of that 11-year 95% corn bourbon that we had. Every 5 minutes, it's a new whiskey. Like it is super cool, and it'll change for 45 minutes in the glass, and typically it gets sweeter. So, like, yeah, with a lot of these that we have, like they will evolve more than most. But yeah, the glass makes a big impact on that. The shape of the glass, and I don't know if you saw that, but we played a little. Yeah, I think you were here for that when we played a little trick on cue.
Oh yeah.
And we said
he came up with almost 3 different descriptions at least. Thought the two tasted the same.
And he was definitive. This is the best whiskey.
And then he said something about
favorite.
apple, and we was like, no apple in there at all. But we also think it's because you heard something about some apples, so you know.
Yeah. I watched this beat him walking in. Okay,
no, it's Tony.
Okay.
But at anywho, you've gone through and you've tested these barrels. 2 you like for sure. Are they contenders for Battle of the Blends?
I believe they are. So right now I would say yes, and I have my favorite. So now as I pick the other ones, then I'll start blending with those to make sure. And then if this one is the outlier to where it ruins all the blends, I'll try the sister barrel. If the sister barrel ruins the blends, then I'll go with a different mash bill or a different barrel. I can't go with the same mash bill because I've only got 3 barrels of that mash bill. These are the 3, and if they don't, and this one's out because it has low yield, so now I'm down to 2. But I feel like that's going to work. I feel like it's going to be good.
Stay tuned, people. We've got some contenders for Battle of the Blends coming soon. Let's do one more. Now, Tim, I got to ask, because you've kind of helped us get into a little bit of the blending side of things. Is there a rule of thumb that you have for blending? So you got 2 barrels. Do you start with 50-50, or do you work backwards from like, well, I like this one more, so let me see if I add one part here?
You know what my answer is going to be?
It depends on the whiskey.
It depends on the barrels.
On the barrel.
Yeah, so if I don't know, then I start 50-50. Like
Okay.
if I'm like, hey, I don't even know if these barrels are going to work together, then I'll start with 50-50. And then I'll intentionally like pull it one way, and I'll pull it the other way, and then I'll intentionally take it too far. And I'm like, ooh, yeah, no, that was too far. And then I come back. So, but a lot of times I'll have something, and like even the guys that were picking a single barrel pick last Friday, they're like, okay, hey, yep, man, this is awesome. We love this barrel. We think it's this barrel. And then somebody said, well, man, we love the other barrel too. What if we added some of that in? So then in my mind, I'm saying, okay, so now I'm starting at the other end. So now I might do like an 80-20. So whatever their favorite is, 80% and 20% of the other barrel. How is that? Then 70-30, then 60-40, and keep moving up until it gets worse. So if I feel like there's a complementary barrel, we'll pick the complementary barrel, and then we'll just add a little bit. Sometimes it's 10%. If it's a wheat barrel, yeah, 10% might be enough to like make it a better whiskey. But then you're completely changing everything about it, the more you add in. So this one actually, I thought it was going to be an 80-20 blend. It ended up being a 60-40 blend. So 60% bourbon, 40% wheat. So it's still a wheated bourbon, but that's way more wheat than I would have guessed. But
And it's a wheated bourbon because of what exactly?
we added wheat to the bourbon.
Just that? That's only
It's just that easy.
Oh.
It's just that easy. So we took the bourbon was a 99% corn bourbon. So a very high corn bourbon, which you would say, hey, bourbon drinkers would say, that's probably not my jam. But it's a very good barrel. And paired with this 95% wheat whiskey, really made a nice blend. So we usually start out small on that. Like, hey, what is a little bit of wheat whiskey added to this bourbon? Does that help it, hurt it? And then we went all the way up, and it's like, man, 60-40 was awesome. And normally I don't put 40% wheat in something. Normally it's like 10 to 20% to make it a wheated bourbon.
Yeah.
Because I want to take a really good bourbon, but just kind of make it better, make it a little creamier, a little softer, round out the edges a little bit, and the wheat will do that. But this one, like the 60-40 blend, so 40% wheat, like made it exceptional. So that's what we went with. So it depends on the barrels.
Look, that's the rule of thumb, people. So come in with an open mind and be ready to blend. It's a rough one to say the least. And we got after it, man. It was a brutal workout. Just finished at the Whiskey Blendery. It's kind of what my days look like behind the scenes, and that's not even everything. I'm about to go back and I've got a lamb leg, a shoulder type thing cooking. It's been cooking now for about 5 hours. What you guys might not know is I used to be a chef, so I'm very intrigued, interested, and believe in food, especially in terms of its ability to heal. Now, I'm going to start converting more to I don't want to say vegan, because I ain't ever going to go vegan. I gotta eat some lamb or something that's, got some flavor and some taste, and vegetables too. But I'm working on bettering my fruit input, along with, just making sure that I'm taking care of my system and managing my inflammation. So we'll minimize some of the lamb, focus on healthy fats, and reduce the amount of carbohydrates in form of grains, especially, as we continue to, meaning me and the people around me, progress. So stay tuned. I'll show you my meal to finish off the day. And then, that'll probably be it for the day. So, mind you, I'm doing 30 days of vlogging to see what happens. And I don't like it, but tomorrow I'll go see Taddy. And we might go see Luke this week and some other people. But it's going to be a hell of a week. And as you see, I'm already tired. My eyes are swollen. I need to get some rest. So, let me see it. Boom. I would say take care of your dogs, but this ain't a dog situation because, oh snap, dogs are good. They had a good day yesterday. And they'll have some more great days, but at any people. Until next time, take care of your dogs.